We will get to the sports stuff that interests you in a second, but I am convinced, and happy Greg Cote Tuesday to you, I am convinced that we could do a fun and, dare I say, better radio show, especially on Tuesdays, if we were only talking about personal lives.
Huh.
Because I just had what I thought was a funny conversation with Greg Cote before the show here, and how he is cheap.
Yeah.
And in the middle of that conversation, Stugatz appeared to tell us that he was weeping during a middle school graduation.
I sure was.
And we will get to the weeping of Stugatz in a moment. But before Cody and I had this conversation about his being cheap, I'm dead serious when I say this. This happened not but a couple of minutes ago. I got into Greg Cote's new automobile, and Greg Cote was trying to start his new automobile by pressing on the thermometer. And he was telling me the new automobile is not starting, and I'm like, Greg, you're pressing on the thermometer. A car I had never been in.
Right.
A car I was sitting in for the first time.
So it's one of those push-start cars, though, right?
A beautiful car, incidentally. Greg Cote with a beautiful car, a new Corvette, and the new Corvette is much nicer than the old Corvette.
But if you've never had a push-start car, and I'm not certain if Greg has, that can be confusing at the very beginning.
It's his car. He had driven it earlier in the day. I saw that he was pressing on the thermometer. He did not know he was pressing on the thermometer.
He's had the car for 2 weeks now?
Yes.
2.5?
No, not quite. More like a week.
He has ostensibly driven the car. How many times? How many?
First of all, I was distracted. Okay, I was preoccupied. You were talking to me, and I wasn't really concentrating. Haven't read the owner's manual yet. It's a simple mistake.
You can't talk and start your car at the same time?
Apparently not.
I'm being informed his previous Corvette was also a push start, so we're a little confused.
Technically, that's true.
Is the button roughly in the same place?
Roughly. Well, again, it was an honest mistake. Le Batard was intentionally trying to distract me, and it worked.
All right, so what would you like to reveal about the conversation that we were having about your cheapness downstairs before Stugatz made an appearance to tell us that he was weepy at his middle school graduation, and his wife was making fun of him about being weepy and emotional at the middle school graduation of his daughter?
Well, first of all, I don't consider myself cheap except when in the company of someone who is extravagantly generous to a fault.
Chris, is your father cheap? Just yes or no question. Yes or no? Yes. I mean, he's cheap, and everyone, and I was telling him downstairs, cheap for no reason. Just cheap to be cheap.
Right.
It's not like he's saving it for his kids. He sure as hell doesn't want Chris to have it.
Look, well, that's true. You've got that right.
I know I've got that right.
I didn't even want to buy a new car. I'm just trying to burn my money before I die. Look, I'm not cheap, but let me tell the listeners why I appear to be cheap in the context of you. And believe me, this is not meant as a compliment necessarily, because although you are generous, you're almost generous to a fault. Le Batard and I are sitting downstairs smoking $40 cigars. I would never buy a $40 cigar. I'm a $2 cigar man. He was
but
generous
not cheap,
enough,
mind you.
right.
But not cheap.
But he bought me a $40 cigar.
He is absolutely the smoker of $2 cigars and says he's not cheap. And why does he have the $2 cigars? Cheap for no reason.
So I'm already smoking a cigar that embarrasses me because it costs so much.
Good cigar?
A guy comes.
Good cigar?
A very good cigar.
Yeah.
How much better was the $40 cigar than the $2 cigar?
About $38.
No, I can't say that. It was appreciably better. In fact, give me one to go, will you, before I leave the station? But this kid comes up soliciting for his football team, youth football team. Le Batard gives him a $20 bill without even requiring evidence that this kid really plays on a youth football team.
Evidence what?
That's number
Call
one.
your coach for me, kid. I want to talk. Where's the notary public?
No, in Greg's defense, that is dangerous. I mean,
Yes.
kids are running scams these
Of course
days.
they are.
No, I got caught in one.
Yeah.
I did. I got caught in one.
Caught in a scam?
Well, I gave money to someone. I thought it was for their gymnastics team, and it wasn't.
Yeah.
How much did you give?
I gave $10.
All right, so you got caught in a scam, a real Ponzi scheme. You got caught in there.
It was a Ponzi scheme. This kid didn't have a helmet, by the way. Had no evidence of being a real football player.
Yep.
And then I'm having a Diet Coke. Le Batard's having a club soda. Even on South Beach, those two things together can't have cost much more than $10. He tips the woman $10. That's extravagant. Now, next to that, I seem cheap. Okay? In the real world, next to normal people,
right,
I wouldn't seem cheap. I would have tipped her $2. Okay? If I gave the kid anything after verifying that he plays youth football, I might have given him $5 at the most.
No, well, you were down there saying you would have given him $2 and it would have hurt you to give him the second one. That's what you were down there saying while alleging that you're not cheap.
Yes, it would have been an internal debate.
And demanding proof of some sort that the kid's a football player.
Some kind of proof.
But I think Greg's making a good point where I think Greg is normal. I'm probably normal, but next to you, because you're a very generous guy and you're a good tipper, I think a lot of people would look cheap next to you.
Let's go.
All right?
Hold on. Let's rewind.
A little
for
uncomfortable
a second
sometimes with
but
you.
Now do you see why I get upset when an organization demands that I tip 18%? When an establishment forces me a mandatory 18% tip.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's bad.
I kind of understand. But you're taking it out on the individual. It's the establishment who's making that rule.
And the individual chose to work there.
Right.
And by the way, the unnamed local taco joint where I had lunch, they automatically charge you 18% tip. She never told me. So unless I eagle-eyed the bill and saw that the tip was included.
But that's the thing.
I would have given her the standard 7% tip on top of that.
You got to check, though, man.
Oh, you do?
You got to check.
Yeah, and I did.
It's South Beach. They add 18% to everything.
Right.
Shouldn't they tell you, though?
No, but you should know
established.
that. It's a tourist spot.
That's
They put 18% in
South
because,
Beach.
that's what they do.
Well, normally it's 18% for a party of 6 or more or 8 or more.
No, South Beach. 18% on everything.
You're not getting an extra tip from me at 18%. If
I
you're
round
demanding 18%. If you are mandatory 18%.
No, I do. I round up. The bill was $68.48 with 18%. I gave her an extra $1.52, made it an even 70 for bookkeeping.
What do you pay for a haircut? What is the amount?
$15.
Wow.
What do you tip?
$5.
That's not bad.
Thank you.
Good.
Lord Fauntleroy over here saying my tip's not bad.
Big tipper over here.
My father goes 10 and 2.
Oh, get out of here!
Yeah, and my father says, "What? 20%?" My father goes and sees Nelson every month, and Nelson takes care of nose hair and ear hair.
Oh gosh!
And it's $10, and my father gives $2. Again, cheap for no reason.
I mean, he's digging in those ears and that nose.
Yes, that nose.
Wow.
That nose and his nose hair. My father has bushels of nose hair. They look like barbed wire coming out of his nose.
Yeah. Right.
And sometimes it's distracting on television because he'll be talking and I'll be looking at him and I'm like, you're gross.
Yeah.
Like, why do you have spiny nose hair?
He should invest in a nose hair trimmer.
He should.
No, here's the other thing.
I use one.
No, well, here's the other thing with my father's nose hair. Yeah, no. The family has invested in a nose hair trimmer, and here's what happens. Me, my mom, and my brother will go lurching at my father because it's embarrassing with the nose hair trimmer, and he will knock us over and knock us down. The only ones allowed near there, and how's this for pleasant if you're making your way into the circle of trust with the Le Batard family, is the girlfriends. The girlfriends are the only ones who are allowed to go in there anywhere near that shrubbery in his nose because he won't allow, he's the patriarch of the family.
What an honor for the girlfriends.